Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-April 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancerians. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for Cancer? And there are a lot of energies swirling all around the zodiac. So we're going to take a little peek here, see what we can see. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. Let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer in mid-April, please. We're getting very close to Taurus season. The year is moving right along. All right, so what do we have? What do we got for my friends? There it is. All right, so a lot of you might need to cut loose a little bit when this card shows up. That is always a very powerful message that I get when this shows up, whether you need to go out and have a little bit of fun or cut loose and enjoy yourself. That's a big energy with this. Now, before we get into all the full detail, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye. You know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card a little bit more. So we see the imagery here. There's like a snow globe. There's like this horse or this unicorn. There's different toys all strewn about. So to me, this feels like a very fun card. So on an intuitive sense, whenever it shows up, there might be certain things you've been taking very seriously. Recently, you might be all work, no play when this is here. This, I don't feel like this is spirit just saying like, hey, Cancer, you need to lighten up. I think you need to enjoy yourself in one way or another. Now, I always say that fun is a subjective thing. One person's definition of fun could be like someone else's worst nightmare. It all really depends. But whether this is a hobby, whether it's going out into nature, going out with friends, there's just something you need to cut loose. All right, and just like life doesn't always have to be serious after serious after serious. You need to have some fun. Now, this energy also works in the inverse. For some of you, if you've been all play, no work, this could be spirit doing a little, like maybe you shouldn't have as much fun. It all really depends. I'm not judging either way, right? You live your life as you choose, but we're just going to put it down right there. The message is what it is. Let's get into tarot now. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading, it's just a footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. And we'll get into that intuitive juiciness as usual. So what do we got for Cancer? Shuffle it up one time. And while we shuffle, let's talk about last week's reading. There has been a very powerful theme for the last 2 consecutive weeks. Now, last week's reading was titled, Here They Come Again. And it was kind of focused around people, and since I've been seeing it for multiple weeks where things are returning, situations are returning, things are popping back up, it was like a merry-go-round, like things keep popping back up. So just know that energy could bleed over. There could still be a lot of things coming back in, whether they're behavior, situations, people. So we're going to see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going. 3 cards for Cancer, please. We'll start. Thank you. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. So just as I'm saying, like, hey, you need to have some fun, we have a card of work showing up here, right? So you can't make this stuff up, my friends. Let's get a couple more out, though. 3 of Pentacles is not really a tough energy, depending. Could just represent someone in your circle, too, like your circle of acquaintance. Thank you. Oh, all right. We have the Ace of Pentacles, so lots of earthy energy, which does vibe very well with water sign energy. Let's get one more out here for Cancer, please. What do we got for my friends? Okay, quick. Wow. All right, you're going to have a bonus, too. You have all Pentacles straight across. Now, this could be really, really positive, depending on what clarifies it. So your bonus is the 8 of Swords. That's a little wound tight type of energy. So we kind of see what I was speaking about with this card. It's kind of showing up here a little bit as well. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I'm looking down here. We see a very big, powerful theme starting to emerge. Notice it's all pentacle energy here, all earthy energy. So for a lot of Cancerians, I know I have big water placements myself. I know we're very in tune with emotions and the unseen world. But with this, there's a focus on the monetary or the material, the family, the home, the abundance. Or there could just be something that's like long lasting or moving slowly. It all really depends on how it all plays together. We also have karmic energy, we got new energy, we got work energy, we have stressed energy. It feels like a lot to me. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. You might have like a lot on your plate, but position number 1, we have the Three of Pentacles. Now, I already started mentioning this card a little bit. Yeah, it could represent groups of people, like group dynamics, co-workers, what you do for work, what you do for a living, how you earn money, anything related to career. But I also say every 3 could just represent your circle of acquaintance. So when we clarified, it could just tell us how someone you're connected to could be feeling at this time or what they're going through. Now, aside from those things, this is a very dedicated type of energy as well. It's like, all right, I'm dedicated. I'm going to work hard at this. I'm going to put a lot of energy into this. So there could be certain things popping up in this time where you want to put your energy into it. So we'll just see how this all plays out. Now, when we talk about the harsh side, because I always say every card has positive and challenge, a challenge of this Three of Pentacles, I mean, you might just be done with a work situation like, listen, this is frustrating, I'm over it. You might be having issues with somebody in a group, or there could be someone that doesn't play well with others. It all really depends. Now, I'm not going to read it as a negative or as a challenge until we see a clarifier, that's for sure. Now, moving to the center, we have some really good possibilities coming up. One of my favorite aces right here, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, I always say every single ace is an opportunity or a possible offer coming in for you. And notice it is of the Pentacle suit. So once again, the work, the money, the material abundance. For a lot of you, this could be signaling a nice influx of money or an upstep, a level up in your money situation, which could be nice. Aces also represent communication, talking, messages, receiving news of some kind. So I really want to see what this plays out to be. Aces are generally very new types of energies or renewed types of vibes. So we'll see how this all plays out. Now, in its rougher form, as with all aces, if we're not talking about communication, this card could represent missing an opportunity, because that's the thing with opportunities and offers, they're limited time only. You got to strike while the iron's hot. So hopefully you're not feeling like you missed out on something or you missed out on an opportunity. But it doesn't have to be that. Like I said, this is a golden card. It could really signal a lot of beautiful things. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Seven of Pentacles, complex type of energy here. Even though it seems simple, there could be something that's testing your patience when this card is here, or you need to be patient. Some of you could be in a waiting mode or hold mode, wait and see, let's see how it shakes out. That's a big vibe with this. It could be a little bored sometimes too. So you see those links to like having fun or spicing up the life a little bit, because there could be just a general boring type of energy that you're experiencing. That doesn't have to be though. To me, this is a card of things paying off. This is a card of blessings as well, waiting for something to mature properly and like really reaping that harvest. Now, this is a very big karmic card as well, and that could be a strong theme we see here, because it could speak about the karmic cycles of life or karma in one sense or another, because this card is you reap what you sow. What you put forth, you get back in return. Now, on to the very back end, we have the Eight of Swords. So as I already mentioned, this is a high-strung type of energy. You see this person, they're surrounded by the swords, and it's a bonus. It's another little footnote, but you might just have a little anxiety, or you might feel trapped in a situation, or trapped in general, or overthinking. All those energies could be linked up here. So I'm hoping you're not like stressing finance or anything like that. I mean, obviously it could be a ton of different things, but I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. What do we got for Cancer, please, my guides? Talk to me. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Three of Pentacles. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cancer, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Three of Pentacles time. What's up? Why is that Three of Pentacles here? Thank you. Tower in reverse, huh? Okay. Yeah, so there could be something that's just like not really sitting right with you. For another portion of you, there could be somebody you are connected to that is really going through a difficult time. Whenever I see the Tower, even in reverse, it's like an energy of shock. It's an energy of upheaval, pardon me. So for a portion of you, if you are looking for a new work situation or a new career path, this could be a very positive alignment for that. But when I see the Tower and the Three of Pentacles, it's telling me that, yes, someone you're connected to might be going through a very difficult time or a shock of some sort, even in reverse. Now, in reverse, it does tell me it's something that could have already happened, something that like somebody's still working through, something that they're still processing, and this Tower energy is lingering. But when we see this type of energy underneath this earth, this is telling me like, okay, well, be prepared for the regularly scheduled program to get switched up a bit. You might be experiencing a lot of shifts and changes in your life right now, whether it's like within your emotions, whether it's in work situations, personal relationships, like things could be evolving and changing very fast here. So let's keep moving over. I'm just going to keep it very simple. I don't feel like we need to overcomplicate it. For some of you, once again, if this isn't like a job change or something falling out with work, it could easily be someone you're connected to that they could be going through something difficult, even if they're not saying it. So let's go in on that Ace of Pentacles. Why is that Ace of Pentacles here? Thank you. I mean, so we're getting a very similar thing here. On the bottom, we have the Hanged Man in reverse underneath this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is a really good thing. Okay, I do feel like, oh, yeah, this is coming through in a few different ways. You might have the opportunity to revisit something or give something another shot. That's only for a small portion of you. The Hanged Man could also represent a Virgo or even a Scorpio. I like to give both of those signs the Hanged Man. Generally, this is a card that is pulled back. It's planning, it's strategizing, it's taking in information. When it shows up in reverse, it's like, okay, time for action. Time for thinking is over. So underneath a card like this, Ace of Pentacles, you might have something really, really good coming in. Aside from that message about revisiting something or doing something over or doing it right, this Hanged Man in reverse underneath this Ace of Pentacles tells me you might have a really big win coming your way. For a lot of you, it could be in the financial realm, or it could just be hearing from somebody, right? Because remember, this is a card of communication. If we get another card of communication coming up next to it, then that's going to highlight even more what this message or this talk could be about. But I feel like this is a good thing. I feel like a lot of you, this feels like a blessing in disguise, like with what we have here, this little shake up, this change in the beginning, then boom, this Ace of Pentacles under the Hanged Man. This feels really nice. So let's keep moving over to the Seven of Pentacles. Let's see what's up with that. I feel like a lot of you do have a win or a victory coming in a big way. Even if it doesn't feel like it or seem like it right this second. So let's get you one. Why is this Seven of Pentacles here? And we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow card. Beautiful. Beautiful, my friends. Your patience could really pay off in some realm or another. All right, we have the King of Pentacles in the upright underneath the Seven of Pentacles. For a portion of you, this could represent an earth sign that you are connected to or have strong connections with. So Cancer, not Cancer, that's you. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So the King of Pentacles is grounded. It's abundant. And it is just filled with blessings. So I do feel, remember, we started, it's kind of looking like a storyboard where there's like this change, this shift, this transition period. Then boom, this beautiful wind comes in into like, you've been waiting for this. It's like giving me that type of energy, Cancer. Like you've waited for this. You've been waiting for this opportunity. You've been waiting for this chance. And it could be really helped along by the spiritual side, even if you can't see it. Now, the King of Pentacles, once again, if it's not a person, similar to the Empress, where it can talk about fertility and abundance and the blessings. So I feel underneath a karmic card like this is karmic blessings coming in for a lot of you, where it's like, all right, well, you've been waiting for this, here it is, Cancer, or you've waited a long time for this, here is your reward. It's just really, really good. Okay, so we have wins, we got blessings, we have good stuff coming out of the ashes of this tower on the front end, which I feel like is really nice. Okay, so if you are going through a tower moment or a big shift or change in this time, it's probably for the best. That's one thing I could say for sure. For a portion of you, if you are dealing with an earth sign, they might not be making the most action in this time. They might be standing pat, standing firm. So do with that information what you will. I feel like this is a very positive reading, different than you've had in recent weeks. Lots of victorious type of energy overall, especially with finance and money. But let's go through and do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Three of Pentacles with the Tower in reverse. Yes, that energy of shock and change and things shifting underneath the surface. For some of you, yeah, this could be a fallout or switching up your work. If that's something you want to do, that's a big possibility for you to make a leap or change what you do for a living. For a portion of you, this could just be a person you're connected to that's in your circle that's really going through a difficult time. They're taking something tough. But from out of that energy, we get into the Ace of Pentacles with the Hanged Man in the reverse, which is really good for action. I feel like for a lot of you, whether this is a talk you've been waiting to have with someone or a message, things in those realms, yeah, that could be in the mix as well. But I feel for a lot of you, this is just signifying a big energy of win and victory coming your way, specifically in a monetary, but it could hit other areas of life because we do have your personal connections too and people showing up here. On the back end, we have the Seven of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles in the upright. As I mentioned, if you're not connected to an earth sign, this is a blessings, like karmic blessings, karmic abundance being helped along from the spirit side. And the big thing that was showing up for me is like, all right, well, you've been waiting for this, or you've waited for it. Now it's here. So that is claimable energy, specifically if you've been waiting on something. So please take a screenshot of that, Cancer. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. So let's get a good shuffle here. What's in the shadows for the Cancerians, guides and spirit team? And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a very good thing. So let's get you one. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for all my members. I really do. So let's get it going here. One shadow card for the Cancerians. Please and thank you. Thank you. Okay. Justice. So I've been seeing a lot of repeat shadow cards throughout the whole zodiac, and Lady Justice, this could just represent a Libra that you're connected to. For a portion of you, if you're doing contract negotiations or anything where you have to put your name on the dotted line, so whether it's like taxes, leases, contracts, vehicles, homes, be extra careful about anything contractual. Read it multiple times. Watch out for legal hiccups as well when this is here. It doesn't always have to be anything major. But what is Lady Justice? She's the biggest karmic card. And we have these karmic archetypes showing up within the spread itself. So just know that spirit is definitely moving something along. The cycle is shifting, the cycle is changing, and I really do like this. For a portion of you, things could be coming into a nice state of balance. For another portion of you, if you've been making a choice or a decision, that could really become clear when Lady Justice shows up as a shadow card. To me, it tells me everything's going to be made right. Everything will be brought into balance eventually. So that's a nice card. So yeah, Cancer, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the April subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you could check out my digital calendar and schedule at mastermetaphysics.com. And if you got your name in for the March subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced on April 1st. But for the April subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot in Wonderland. It's one of my favorite decks. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, if you had to switch your zodiac sign, which sign would you choose to be out of the whole 12? So if you do that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you soon.